An animal abuser with over 50,000 followers who's banned from every rescue, community, and breeder from across the US shouldn't have a platform, right? Well, he does, so let's talk about it. Bryson Strouder, who goes by a lot of different aliases, has over 50,000 followers. He is actively breeding, selling, and rescuing, as well as torturing, killing, maiming, scamming, and harassing. He's been called out for this numerous times, which we'll get into in a bit. But he openly brags about how being called out for animal abuse hasn't affected him or his platform. His name is infamous in the pigeon community due to his history of abuse. He would do things like forcing marbles, coins, and Play-Doh in the throat of his pigeon just so he can record them puking it back up for attention. He would pluck entire sections of feathers from his bird, leaving incredibly painful bruises and the inability to regulate temperature. On top of this, there's a lot of general extreme neglect, like dirty cages with mold growing, visible blood and injuries, and incredibly unhealthy feathers. It somehow gets worse because on top of that, a lot of his animals go missing or inexplicably die. One of his ex-friends did a tally and found 25 missing or dead pets within the span of only 1 year. And that was a few years ago. Imagine what it's up to now. At one point, he had received 2 pigeons from Palomacy, which is a very respected pigeon rescue. The following screenshots were released by the president of Palomacy and her conversation with Bryson following the incident. And these screenshots are pretty crazy, I can't lie. Your excuse for killing animals is that you wanted to see what would happen? And this isn't the only time a rescue has called him out for abuse. Papa Yago House in Georgia had similar suspicions about his abuse. Luckily, his birds were relinquished to the rescue. One of the parakeets relinquished was missing an entire leg with the bone protruding on top of being incredibly emaciated. The diamond dove was extremely emaciated and had broken bones in her wing. These types of injuries are very hard to inflict by accident. A lot of his birds go missing under mysterious circumstances. One recent example being when he claimed a gas leak killed his pigeons, although no gas leak was reported in his city. This whole situation came to a boil a few days ago. Great Lakes Pigeon Rescue made a post warning everyone about him. A GLPR adopter had given a bird to him illegally. Given the fact that he is banned from their communities and also blacklisted from adopting, he has a lot of negative history with GLPR, and when he received the bird, he sent a picture to GLPR taunting that he had bypassed their blacklist. Rightfully unsettled given his history with animals, GLPR arranged to drive over 5 hours to pick up the bird. He agreed to the meeting only to release the bird into the wild before the volunteer could pick him up. Since it was a pet with domestic coloring, there is little chance this bird will survive, although they are scrambling to locate the bird. Law enforcement was called to the scene, but unfortunately there was nothing they could do.